Good morning. My name is Pascal Anyonye. I'm a priest of the Roman Catholic Church. I was asked to join you at your breakfast discussion to give a brief uh, opinion of mine to add my voice to what you're discussing, which is on dealing with abuses or abuse in marriage and relationships. Indeed, this is a very important topic, and you're discussing it from the Catholic stance or the Catholic position. Yes, and it is important that we understand what the Catholic Church teaches about marriage because my people perish for lack of knowledge. Many of us don't know really. In the first place, marriage is defined in the canon law as the matrimonial covenant by which a man and a woman establish between themselves a partnership of the whole of life and which is ordered by its nature to the well being or the good of the spouses and the procreation and education of children. It is ordered by its nature to the good of the spouses and the procreation and education of the children. Canon 1151 actually says that the spouses have the duty and the right to preserve conjugal living. Canon 1135 underscores this when it says that each spouse has an equal duty and right to those things which belong to the partnership of the conjugal life. That is, your finances, the conjugal acts, respect, due discretion of judgment, given each person doing their part, respect for one's emotional integrity. These are the things. And that is why Canon 1153 then goes on to say that when there is the threat of grave harm to one's mental or physical well being, then at the instance of the bishop or on one's own instance, one can separate. But the church allows for separation while the bond lasts. But this is not known by many. They think they must stay put, and this is what I will endure my cross and all that. But sometimes these are not crosses. Somebody who is sick, right? And our culture in Africa that is very narcissistic and domineering, oppressive of the human person, makes us really unfit for marriage because the men are taught to grow up thinking they're entitled. Once you've paid the bride price, the wife becomes your property. A girl who could beat you in class, who could be better than you in many ways, you want to impose yourself. And when a girl marries somebody who is below her background or below her education and her person, the man feels inferior and so begins to find ways of threatening and beating her up. Or the girl is talented and he feels little and small and he doesn't know what else to do than to try to intimidate her or make her feel small. This is often the challenge we have in marriage. And then there are also personality disorders, like somebody's sadistic, makes other he like to see people sad because growing up he was abused and never felt neglected and became a borderline personality or a schizoid personality or a narcissistic personality, a sadistic personality. These are abuses. These are things. It's obvious that this person will abuse another person because this person is in pains. Now, we ought to understand where we are coming from, that we're all broken and damaged. And so, when someone is open to this, when you meet a girl or a male, a male or a female, and you both realize that you both are damaged, you can work it out. You can work together to help each other to become better. That is one of the solutions dealing with abuses in marriage. My siblings, when they were getting married, I told them that you both think you love each other so much right now, but you will soon realize how very self-absorbed, how very selfish you are. This is often a challenge. Many of us are self-absorbed, are self-engrossed. We don't know how to love when we can't give it because growing up we didn't see it from our parents. Children who grow up in an abusive environment end up abusing others. Many times I advocate that people should go for psychiatric tests before they get married, just as we do the genotype test, because people are sick, and no amount of prayer you make would cure that person. So take your daughter or work yourself out of that relationship because the mental trauma you're going to live with will kill you. That is the fact. So how do we deal with abuses in marriage? Know what the church teaches and know what God is saying. You matter. Girls are taught and brought up to think that they can't make decisions on their own, that they are nobodies, they are second class, they're subordinate. That is wrong. Boys are brought up to think that they can do what they want to do and get away with it. They can bully girls and all that and get away with it. That is wrong. We must correct all these according to what Christ has taught us and what the church is teaching about the dignity of each person. You marry somebody because the person will help you realize and achieve your destiny, your purpose in life, not to stop it and subject you or subjugate you and torture you mentally, emotionally by what the person says, how the person acts, what the person does. These are the things that we should throw into our discussion. And if you want me to say more, obviously, I'll be available when you need me. God bless you and God keep you.